Hi guys, I'm Juan here, Up the Sun, where I bring you lifestyle and fandom realness. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My order from SDCC just came in and I'm so looking forward to getting into it with y'all. But first, I do have some honorable mentions that I'd love to share with y'all. So if you're not a fan of exposition, you can go ahead and skip to this timestamp right here. And then you can go ahead and get into the unboxing then. I had the wonderful opportunity to go ahead and get together with some amazing people to go see Fantastic Four: First Steps. And my friends from the Stranger Things community came together to see the film because our boy Joseph Quinn is in it. He does play Johnny Storm. And it was just a wonderful excuse to get together and connect in real life because, you know, sometimes you don't get an opportunity to meet your internet friends. Starting with this item here, my wonderful, lovely friend Stacy, co-host of SkullRockBroadcast, shout out to SkullRockBroadcast, went ahead and gifted me this cup featuring the title characters. We have Ben Grimm there, we have Sue Storm, we have Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, handsome man, and then we have our boy Johnny Storm. I will say the hair here was not how it was stylized in the film. So, spoiler. The side of the cup, it reads the Fantastic Four. It's just solid blue on the inside. Really fun item. So again, thank you Stacy for this. Also gifted me this box of tie-in food with Pop-Tarts here. It does have the artwork here of the Fantastic Four, same as the cup. But you can see here that this strawberry flavored is stamped, and this is what they would look like. Only 2 have survived so far. I definitely went into this because I haven't had a Pop-Tart in ages. So this is a great excuse to get into it. As far as the box is concerned, like, I really don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it could be a really cool bookmark. So again, Stacy, thank you so much for that. You can get these Snapple bottles featuring the Fantastic Four. So this one is featuring the Human Torch, of course, Johnny Storm, aka Joseph Quinn. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's an empty bottle. Comment down below what you guys do with your tie-in merch. I love it all nonetheless. Also at the meetup was my friend Meghan, the other co-host of SkullRockBroadcast, and she was very kind enough to gift me with another Steve Harrington Funko soda. Now the best part of this one is that it's the chase. Oh my gosh. This side tells the chase because we do have this gray tone here to the character, which is reflected in the soda pop. Oh my gosh. I am screaming. I'll have to fix his little axe there in a second, but no problem. I don't care. Oh my gosh. He's beautiful. When she gifted this to me, I literally had no words. My mouth was agape. I was just so floored out of her generosity. So this was amazing. So this was a grill item and I was on the hunt for this. I did see an eBay listing for like $35, which I don't think is that bad, but it's even better when it's gifted by friends. Thank you so much, Meghan. I cannot wait to place it next to the other Steve, and it's like now it's complete. The soda so far of Steve Harrington and Eddie Munson. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I have the Eddie, both the Common and the Chase, and now I have the Steve Common and Chase Funko sodas. And they're no longer making Funko sodas, so this is very exciting. Oh, thank you so much.
So again, thank you Stacy and Meghan. That was wonderful, unexpected, totally grateful for it. Also, be sure that you catch this Friday when this video goes up. I also had the wonderful opportunity to record with them an episode featuring movie picks for Summerween. So I highly encourage y'all to check that out. I will have that link down below in the description box. So you can go there, listen to it, comment, let me know. I'll also probably have the link for the YouTube upload if it's available, so you can listen to it there. But be sure that you are following SkullRockBroadcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Again, I will have all the information listed down below. Okay, next I'd love to go ahead and share with you some pins I was able to get. I also recently got an annual pass to the Bronx Zoo, which is a great deal because it also includes other zoos within the New York City system. So that includes Queens, Brooklyn, and Central Park. It came with this free shirt and of course a member discount on merchandise. So I had to pick up some pins. Starting with this pin, it's just featuring a wonderful tiger and it says Bronx Zoo at the bottom. They do have a tiger run there. And, you know, it was pretty hot the day we went. So these poor babies, they really needed the water and the shade. And it was just wonderful. I have a wonderful video of them actually drinking the water and being very present. It was super cute. So my partner, they love tigers. So this definitely was a must for them to pick up. You can see here they're originally just going for $7. And then I ended up picking the one featuring the rhinoceros. Next, I was finally able to complete my Fantasia pin set from Buck's Lunch. I just needed Chernobog, and I alluded in that video that I had already gotten him. But I wanted y'all here to see him in person. So, gorgeous size pin. He's there on Bald Mountain, and his wonderful wings are flapping away, and the flames and all the whole thing. It's very dramatic. I love it. And this is what the back looks like. Again, that set is complete, and I'm so grateful for it. So I have put together my Fantasia board, so I really am focusing on just kind of building that collection this year. I mean, I'm not doing much this year, to be honest. I really am trying to cut down or be very intentional with what I'm bringing in. But there's no way I was going to pass up this beautiful Chernobog pin. I just am obsessed with that blue marbling in the background. We have the clouds there covering his wings. We have a little wraith there dancing away as he's calling the spirits. It's so stinking good. This is what the back looks like. You can see the Mickey CZ right there. For me, it's just so wonderful to see them start incorporating Chernobog and the Headless Horseman in their villains lineup. And I just love to see that they're making a priority to keep them within the villains line. So along with that Chernobog pin that was completing my Fantasia set, that seller also had a handful of pins because I did get it from Macari. And it's so funny because that seller actually lived in the hometown that I worked at as a dance instructor. So it was very like, it's a small world. I'll go see myself out. But it's really just beneficial to go ahead and check out if there's anything that you can bundle from that same shop. So that's what I tend to do. Like, I'll see something I really like, and then I'll go and check out their main page to see if there's anything that they're also selling that has been on my ISO list. I say like maybe 6 out of 10 times they actually will have another item that I've been interested in. And they just so happen to have this Loungefly pin of Pocahontas of the record vinyl. So I'm obsessed. Obviously, Pocahontas has some banger songs that make me cry every time. Do not get me into Colors of the Wind. That freaking song just like tears my heart out. It's just so good. But this came as part of like a series of blind bags where, you know, the other princesses featured, but y'all know that I'm only really interested in my girl Pocahontas, so she was a must. And this is what the back looks like. So it's all connected, so it doesn't slide out or anything, and it has one pin post, and you can see the Funko crowns there, so you know it's a Loungefly pin. Also had this wonderful Pocahontas a book series, and oh my gosh, so beautiful. Sorry for the glare, but I love the artwork on this. I love the colors chosen. Obviously, the leaves are always going to be popping. The beautiful backdrop there, the hues of it, it's very 90s. But oh my gosh, look at her hair doing its thing. Gorgeous. Again, a much older pin. I've seen it time and time again on other friends' videos. But again, I'm only trying to pick up Pocahontas. This is what the back looks like, and I do appreciate that at least made with recycled material as indicated by the waffling. And it's just one pin post. And of course, it was a series with 2 pins. So the bookmark is a sidekick, and we have Miko. And I just love that pop of yellow. I just thought this was so great. This is what the back looks like. This is also made from recycled materials. And then finally, I was able to get this wonderful stained glass Kiki's Delivery Service pin for Studio Ghibli. Now, the thing is, I have an affinity for Kiki just because this film did come out in 1989, the year I was born, and it's one of my favorite films out of the lineup, not just because it's related with moi, but because it is about someone who is in the stages of transitioning from childhood to adulthood and gaining more experiences with the real world and kind of losing your creativity to it because there's no time to just have time to yourself to do the things that you love. And you have to pay your bills, you have to have a job, you have to do all these things, and that can sometimes be extremely stifling. So that movie has such a great message, and I've been wanting to go ahead and start growing a Kiki's Delivery Service collection, but starting small. On the back you can see that detail as well with the cutouts there. So I'm really happy to go ahead and start up this collection slowly but surely. Okay, thank you so much for letting me share that with you. Let's go ahead and see what I was able to get for San Diego Comic-Con this year. This was delivered via DHL, which I absolutely abhor. I hate DHL. I think they're one of the worst delivery services out there. I do not care that they're based out of Canada. They are the Spirit Airlines of delivery services. Because with them, you can always expect some delay and always some minor damage to your box. So this is what I was able to pick up from the Funko shop for SDCC. I initially was not going to get anything. I was like, no, I'm good. Well, your boy lied to himself. Okay, we'll start with this thing. Sorry. The first item I was able to get was this cluster pin of Hello Kitty and Friends. So you can see here it does have the summer convention shed exclusive. This is limited edition for this year, 2025. And it's an alley count of 800. I'm so glad that this is actually a sticker and not something that was printed on. But y'all know I love me some Sanrio, so this was a must to pick up. Here's a better look. So we have Pochoko, we have Kuromi, we have My Melody, we have, of course, in the center, Hello Kitty, we have Cinnamon Roll, and we have Pom Pom Purin. I guess these two can be closer, or you can slide them up so they stand out more. So there we go, even better, yes. Because now you can see my boy Pom Pom Purin, his little chunky butt, a little better there. Aw. And of course, it's featuring my one and only Pochoko. I love him so much. And this is nicely spread out. So we have the three boys here, which are all dogs. And then we have the three ladies here. So stinking cute. And here's the back of the pin. So it has this wonderful black metal here. And it is the Funko crowns there. There's a sticky that I'm going to have to remove. But yeah, this is definitely going next to everything else that I own. So adorable. I first was going to pass this up, but then I kept looking at it and I was like, no, I think I need to get that. And I'm so lucky that I did, because this did end up selling out on Funko's website. There were a couple other pins that they were released this year. They had a Stitch one that sold out, and they had a One Piece one which also sold out on Funko's website. I don't know if you can get them anywhere else, but from what I can tell, those were gone. So super grateful that I was able to get this while I could. Then the next item I was able to get were these Bitty Pops of the Fantastic Four. So you can see here it does have the Shed exclusive sticker. And on the back you can see a better look of them, and then it does have the QR code so you can scan to verify that this is real. I am actually not going to take them out of the box, so I do apologize for that. But they're just the Funkos shrunk down to the most minute detail. I mean, this is not my favorite style, but I still thought it was wonderful to get something that, commemorates this film. I decided I wasn't going to add the normal lineup to my collection, except I might get that Johnny Storm. I don't know. Still up in the air about that one, but there's nothing distinctly Joseph Quinn about that one. If they had a Johnny Storm that was not on fire, then I probably would change my mind on that as well. But I already have the comic book Fantastic Four Pops, and those look so amazing. So I just didn't see to do a little overkill with the film version, so I just thought this was sufficient. Now, I won't get into my whole feels about the movie in general, Fantastic Four. There are some things that were great, and there's some things that were not so great, in my opinion. But one of the best features of that film is my boy Herbie! He is so stinking cute. I am obsessed with him. He is just so adorable.
Meet Herbie, the state-of-the-art personal assistant that does everything without a single complaint.
You can see he does also have the Shed exclusive and the QR code there. You can see the box art on the side and on the back. So I like that actually doesn't have any of the glams of the Fantastic Four. So it's just like a standalone piece. And this is what he looks like outside the box. Ah, that baby. I love that they do have a clear plastic here for his face. So it has a lot of dimension in there. The tape's there for his eyes. He's just so goofy looking. I love it. And he does have the 4 there, so you know who he's rocking with. And in case you forgot his name, he has it here on his tum-tum and on the back of his head. So cute. Very, very fun. There was a thing where you couldn't actually use one of the characters for Fantastic Four because of obviously a studio dispute of some sort. So in the cartoon, they replaced that member. I forget which one they swapped it out with Herbie. So he's not even part of like the comics right away. He actually made his debut in a cartoon series. So it's so funny that character was so loved that, you know, now he's being featured in the Fantastic Four film, and he is the cutest thing ever. He does come on a stand here, so it makes it look like he's floating. His little arms, this is such a sassy pose. And it is a bobblehead, but this is a nice stiff bobblehead, so it's not doing too much, which I appreciate. I actually was surprised that this did not sell out. I'm gonna get into that in a bit, but yeah, I just thought there'd be a lot more demand for the exclusives. I will say, as of now, I think I'm all set. The next item I ended up getting was Sexy Gambit. I'm just kidding. This is Gambit from X-Men 97, and there's a scene where he is wearing this crop top, and it had set the internet in a frenzy. And this exclusive is so crazy because we're like, oh my gosh, they made that pop from that scene that had all of us thirsting for Gambit. Again, it has a shared exclusive and the QR code here, the side of the box. So it's him serving up some beignets because he is Cajun. And I just thought that he has his red eyes and this new hairdo that they gave him for the series. And again, some standalone art on the back, and it's not with any specific line release. And here he is outside the box. Oh my gosh, look at that. His hair has highlights and roots. There's so much going on. You know I'm a big fan of hair. And oh my gosh, look at those eyes. And there he is with this slutty crop top. Does he have abs? There is a slight indentation there that may see that he does have abs. But you can see the beignets there. They do have powdered sugar on them. And these ripped jeans here. He's holding the tongs there. He has his hair tied in the back. And oh my gosh. Very, very gorgeous. Voice actor for Gambit also actually dressed up in this getup, and he's pretty good looking too, so we did not mind. I did end up seeing the voice actor in passing at New York Comic Con last year, so hopefully he makes a return. If he does, I'm getting this Funko Pop signed for sure. The next Funko item I was able to get was Dazzler from X-Men. So I know what you're probably thinking, Juan, what the heck? I'd be like, I know. It's a little excessive, and I say that because, again, like I said, I'm not collecting a lot right now in terms of when it comes to specific collections, like X-Men being one of them. But this is a Diamond Edition pop, and y'all know I love Diamond pops. This time around, the diamond is printed on the box, and this is Dazzler. I want to tell you all about her powers, but I don't want to, like, you know, sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, so I just will not. Not one of my most favorite X-Men out there, but she exists, and it is part of the normal X-Men line, as indicated by the blue here. But I do like that they have panels of the comic books here in the back, and she is also standalone. It's a shared exclusive. She has a QR code. I mean, it's still a beautiful pop, you know, regardless if I'm a super fan of her or not. I just think this is done so well. I love her face paint. Look at that body. Oh my gosh. She even has sparkly earrings. So cute. The band. She has her power coming out reflected there. I mean, it's kind of like a Jubilee power, but I'm not sure. Again, I'm not really following up on this specific character. She's not really my favorite X-Men. I just do love her little skates though. And I love the sparkles on the base there. That's such a beautiful detail. I guess she has something going on here as well. Again, shout out to the hair. It's very Farrah Fawcett. You know what I'm saying? Very 70s. And last but not least, we have Bing Bong. That whole meme ruined everything. So I can't say Bing Bong without thinking of that stupid meme. But this is the release that they had come out with, and it's with the talking bubble, and it says, "Take her to the moon for me, okay?" And of course, it's the saddest scene ever. From Inside Out. Again, the shared exclusive sticker and the QR code. This is the glam on the side, so you can see him there. He has teary eyes, and he's disappearing, so that is crazy. You can see this wonderful artwork back here of Bing Bong, and the glam of him there. Another standalone pop, not part of any line. This is a hefty pop as well, so it's pretty solid. And I'm not going to take him out, because this is actually being gifted to one of you. This will be part of the giveaway for when we reach 1,500 subscribers. So this will be included in the giveaway for one of y'all. I think he's still available on the Funko shop if you don't want to wait that long. It actually depends upon you, so I hope you subscribe and keep sharing these videos and keep liking it so it can get out to other people to see the video so they can subscribe and have an opportunity to enter this giveaway. I super appreciate it, because we're actually not that far along from reaching that goal. So again, every little bit helps, and this could be yours. So that's all I ended up picking up. Now, I do want to comment on the fact that there's been a lot of conversation happening whether or not Funko has fallen off. Like, are they flops now? Because they have been having not a really great job of selling out these exclusives. Like, I can remember 2 years back even, exclusives selling out after selling out. Like, the fever pitch for Funko seems to have waned. There's other competitors out there now. They have a former co-founder of Funko coming out with these Thrill Joy Picks collections that for me technically look like Funkos and Funko sodas put together. But we have some other creators in the space like U2s, like this other studio, I forget their name, but I'll put their thing here, you know, that are coming out with vinyls as well for collectors. So it's wondering, you know, Funko is losing their footing a bit. They just lost their CEO after 1.5 years. You know, not a long time to be CEO at a company like Funko. There are people who are just no longer collecting anymore, that are not doing the hobby of Funko collecting. And there's hordes of other people that have still stuck with Funko. And I personally still do enjoy Funko. Do they produce things that I just don't care for? Absolutely. Like, do we really need a tank girl for SDCC 2025? Tank girl, okay? Come on. Like, and then there's been the complaint of constantly making the same mold or having an NFT drop, so you find it's extremely exclusive, only them for it to release a slightly different version of it as maybe like a PX exclusive, like they did with the Ranger Slayer or something like that. And you feel for collectors, because a lot of people, you know, people are like, oh, I'm just in it for fun, but people do collect to also have some type of value in their collection. They like to know that, you know, if something comes up, if they need to have to move things around, then yes, this has become some slight of an investment. But because of hyper production, it just gets muddled. So unfortunately, capitalism is going to capitalize and it's going to affect the hobby going forward. I hope nothing but the best for Funko. I hope they keep, you know, finding their footing and trying out new things and trying to maintain their brand integrity. But you know, those be the times. Things be changing. People's interests move on and they find other things that they're looking for. There was someone who said that Funkos are millennials' version of Precious Moments. Which, you know, can't be discounted. Like, yes, this is plastic. We are collecting plastic. And they're all tied to certain nostalgic moments of our lives. And I just hope they keep continuing trying to be better as best they can in this climate. I am looking forward to what they're going to be bringing at future conventions, especially New York Comic Con. I am so excited, everyone. I'll be able to go Friday and Saturday this year, which is so great. I mean, I'm so spoiled. The fact that I even get to do that, so I'm super grateful. And I'm so grateful for everyone who tuned in on this video. So you please let me know, comment down below which item that I shared with you today was your favorite. Are we twinning on any of these items? Let me know. Did you get a chance to go to San Diego Comic Con and see any of these things in person? Let me know. I love having conversations with all of you. Go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. We can always have a good chat there. A huge thank you to all my subscribers. Your support means the world to me. Please continue to like, comment, and share this video with somebody you think that might like it. Also, be sure to set that bell notification set to all so you're notified for future videos like this one. And with that, be safe. Tell someone that you love them because tomorrow's never promised. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!